Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're gonna have to talk about something that I just came across, and this is about all this flow chart, and this is gonna shine a little light on what it means for an athlete to become an SUP Olympic athlete. It also leaves room for a little bit of speculation on why is the ICF putting on a SUP World Cup. But one by one, we're going to get through point by point. I hope you guys are going to sticking with it. So I came across this chart here today during a conversation with somebody that is sitting inside some boards and committees over in my home country of Switzerland. And we were talking about SUP and SUP athletes, and mainly is what kind of resources a sport has at its disposal. And then we came across this chart, and this is based on the example of surfing in Switzerland. So surfing is an Olympic recognized sport. That is huge. Surfing has laid the groundwork with a foundation. It is a legit sport, and thanks to the relentless work of Fernando and the ISA, after many, many years, the sport was finally recognized as an Olympic sport. Not everybody can compete yet, of course. Lots of country athletes are not competing in the Olympics yet. However, they are still recognized and therefore getting access to certain resources SUP athletes don't. And therefore, they have this flow chart here, or this plan for athletes basically a little bit to follow, and it has different sections here, and it starts with an F as a foundation. That's where SUP currently is, trying to lay the groundwork of having a foundation as a legit sport. For surfing, they're already looking here at the T section, which is the talent, looking at the athlete in themselves, and it's broken down into 4 sections where it says, okay, T1 is you show potential, T2 is you break, you are confirming your potential. Next is your training and you are reaching your goals. And T number 4 evidently is going to be some sort of a breakthrough moment, which then puts you into the next tier, which is the elite. When you are growing out from national championships and national events, you are now going into regional or continental championships and into more global championships. And it even comes with the amount of hours that is expected to put in. And why is that? Because evidently, or what I was told, within those 4 years between Olympic Games, the National Olympic Board wants to see what an athlete has done in order to work themselves up to become a worthy Olympic athlete. And when you are a recognized Olympic sport, then you have a clear path in front of you, and you're getting resources. That is huge. Because of the resources, that means coaches, that means budgets for coaches, that means you have getting access to gyms, you're getting discounts in sporting stores, and you're now in this database as a recognized Olympic athlete. And I know that just because I'm close to this, because I have a daughter that is recognized in Switzerland as an Olympic athlete, as a junior, and now this all comes into play, and we're kind of like walking this play by play to see how this all is going to play out. Now, SUP, of course, is a different game here, because SUP is not a recognized Olympic sport. So now in SUP, the Olympics wants to see first, is there a foundation? Are there World Cup events, regional events? Is the sport organized? Is there a structure internationally as well as regionally? And of course, in surfing, we had that for years with back then the WSL, and before that, what was it called, the ASP before that. So surfing's been an established, organized sport. So easy done. With SUP, not so much. We have, the things are all over the place. And now, of course, a lot of events are trying to get more legitimacy and Olympic, so to speak, national federation recognition. And now that also kind of explains a little bit why the ICF is now coming out with a World Cup. So now we have regional events that are sanctioned by the ICF that are paying for these events and sanctioning them. So athletes get a clear path to success. They can become an ICF World Cup winner. and that is something, according to this chart here, that is going to be recognized. You can now have the opportunity to break through from your regional talent and move into this into this elite. So now you're representing a country, you now have internationally success. And of course, everybody can say, well, yeah, well, we have a World Cup already, of course, yes. And I know we have the APP, and we have the Euro Tour, for example, regional level Euro Tour or continental event, and the APP as an international event. But of course, you know, a lot of athletes, and this brings me back to the resources, they don't have the resources to travel. They can, like, yeah, sure, go to the Carolina Cup real quick, you know, across the Atlantic plane, sports, 14-foot boards hauling across the Atlantic. That's for a lot of regional people, that is very hard, it's expensive. Going to Brazil or New York or wherever the APP is going to start holding their thing. So that is something that brings us back to these more regional grassroots events. They need to be sanctioned, so a regional athlete has a clear path on how to grow out of this T tier and going into the E tier. So working yourself up to, say, Olympics 2028, if there's a chance for the Olympics to happen and we have SUP with it there, of course the chance for Olympics is going to happen in 2028, but I mean, if the chance is for SUP to happen there, then there needs to be a clear path, and there needs to be those resources, and that is very, very important. So there you have it. That's what's happening, and it happens all over. It happens mainly in countries where surfing associations and canoe federations are working together. That are working together and come up and help each other out, and then have a plan and help each other out. And speaking of helping, if you guys want to help me and help my work, do me a favor, click the like button, leave a comment down below, or as I said in a video earlier, I am promoting my shop, I'm promoting my skateboards and my balance trainers, and I will leave you guys a link. So have a look at my products, and if you like one, if you buy one, that is going to be the biggest support you guys can give me to continue my great work, or hopefully my great work.